So tell me a little bit about how you got into doing energy work.
Many years ago I started reading about how our hands are healing, and then I just happened to have a chance to meet someone who did that kind of work. She just happened to be in town for 2 weeks, was teaching a class, and so I took her class, and then from then on I knew it was something that I wanted to do.
Like why did you know it was something you wanted to do?
I could feel the energy. I could actually feel, like when someone had a site where there was some pain, I did notice a difference and how the energy felt different there.
So what is healing touch exactly? And how does Reiki work?
It combines a lot of different kinds of energy work that have been introduced over the years. As human beings, we have an energy field. When someone has opened the channels to access a higher vibrational energy for healing, generally it will, flow out the hands, and the other person's energy field, they're actually drawing it in. It's the person's higher self or higher intellect or subconscious that's actually drawing the energy in.
You mean the clients?
The client's energy. Yeah, the client is actually drawing the energy in.
From you?
From me and their energy field, and they kind of delegate it to where it needs to go. And the reason I say that is because sometimes where you have your hands placed isn't always where the energy needs to go, but that's where the access point needs to be. Sometimes if someone has like acute pain somewhere, you can't really work too close to the site because it's too uncomfortable for them, and the site doesn't really want to accept any energy, so you have to work a little bit further away from the site, and then their body will delegate it and will send it to where it needs to go.
So do you have an example of like a client you've done this with recently? You could describe what happened and how they felt better?
Yeah, I had a client who I was working on, and she was talking about having some breathing problems, almost kind of like a panic attack kind of feeling where it's hard to breathe. So what I found that one of her knees wanted to pull in a lot of energy, and I could sense that it was going from her knee up here into the breathing area. And later she confirmed that for me as we were talking. I was, just saying your right knee was pulling in a lot of energy. I didn't know that you had any current ongoing knee problems, but I had a sense it was going somewhere else, like further up into the chest. And she said, yes. She said, when you were working on my right knee, I could feel it going up there, and I felt something release.
So what is it like for you when you're working on a client like that? What does it feel like?
It's almost like a magnetic kind of feeling. If I can pass my hand around an area and I can feel where it's pulling in, and I just stay there, and either the feeling of the pulling in gets stronger or it feels like it's lessening. If it's lessening, then I'll just move on to another place. If it feels like it's getting stronger, I stay there and I just hold the space until the amount of energy that's going to come in goes in, and then I'll feel it starting to lessen as far as how much it's pulling in, and then I'll feel there's something releasing from their energy field. So it's almost like it gets pulled in, it processes, and then it releases out stuff.
That's pretty cool. It sounds cool, actually. Is it exhausting?
No. It's very centering.
For you?
It is, yeah.
So how does yoga differ?
There are some similarities, because when you're doing yoga, you're still accessing your energy field. There are certain poses that work certain energy centers, which would be the chakras. You can do certain yoga poses to open up certain energy centers. And also, when you think about the energy system in the body, you can also think about acupuncture and all the acupuncture meridians.
Mm-hmm.
So energy work is as if the energy is flowing through the acupuncture meridians, and I've had people tell me it feels like acupuncture, like they've just had an acupuncture session. So with yoga is like you're kind of like stretching the meridians, and that also helps them open up. Sort of like what you would do like in shiatsu or something.
So what do you like most about your energy work or yoga or being a healer in general?
When you do energy work on someone, it really gets them to a much deeper level of relaxation. And that's where the healing comes in. I think that's where our body can do its repair work, when we're deeply relaxed. And I like to be able to help people get to that state of deep relaxation.